Okay, is it constitutional for voters to amend a state constitution to establish specific processes for elections, like the voters in Arizona did to stop gerrymandering?
Again, you're asking me for a view on that particular case, and Justice Ginsburg herself gave the most famous articulation of the principle that constrains me from doing so, which is no hints, forecasts, or previews. So I can't express a view on precedent or on how I would decide any question that was provoked by the application of that precedent to a later case.
Tell us about the Scalia-Ginsburg friendship and the impact that it made on you.
So Justice Scalia famously, when the vacancy came up, I think it was Justice White's seat that Justice Ginsburg filled, but when the vacancy came open during the Clinton administration, Justice Scalia recommended her, even though they had been together on the DC circuit. That's where they got to know each other. And he knew that she had a different jurisprudential approach. And, you know, a lot has been said in the weeks since Justice Ginsburg died about that friendship, because I think it speaks so well to both of their characters. But I'm not going to express a view on whether I agree or disagree with Justice Scalia for the same reasons that I've been giving. You know, Justice Ginsburg, with her characteristic pithiness, used this to describe how a nominee should comport herself at a hearing. No hints, no previews, no forecasts. That had been the practice of nominees before her, but everybody calls it the Ginsburg rule because she stated it so concisely, and it's been the practice of every nominee since. So
Justice Ginsburg was an iconic figure in American history, just not the law. She was a trailblazer. She fought for better conditions for women throughout society. She was unashamedly progressive in her personal thought. She was devout to her faith. She worked for the ACLU. She was proudly pro-choice personally. But all of us on this side, apparently when they voted, accepted that she was highly qualified. What I want the American people to know, I think it's okay to be religiously conservative. I think it's okay to be personally pro-choice. I think it's okay to live your life in a traditional Catholic fashion.
And I recently read a description by Justice Ginsburg of the process that Supreme Court justices go through in deciding whether to recuse. And it involves not only reading the statute, looking at the precedent, consulting counsel if necessary, but the crucial last step is that while it is always the decision of an individual justice, it always happens after consultation with the full court. So I can't offer an opinion on recusal without short-circuiting that entire process.